So starting by just going through breakdown of all the socials, a little bit behind their purpose. Now, of course, this is going to be up for interpretation, of course. So just different ways that you can show up and utilize these socials. Facebook, we're going to start with just because Facebook and Instagram I wanted to put on here first and foremost, because when you think I'm going to start an online business, which socials do I need to show up on? Generally, those are the first two that you're going to jump on. Facebook, I did not have Facebook. I was one of those fucking people. I deleted my Facebook for a few years until I started my business. And then I was like, fuck, I need to get back on Facebook. You need to be on Facebook. Not that you need to use it for like marketing. I shouldn't say that. You don't need to be on Facebook to run a successful business. That's bullshit. I just bullshitted you guys. I'm sorry. But Facebook has been a game changer for my business. Pages and groups, we're going to be going over each of these individually. So this is just a quick run through. Facebook, you can show up, of course, Facebook business pages. Groups, this is really good for person-to-person networking, staying consistent, a little bit more of like a long-term game. Facebook is something that everyone and your fucking grandmother's got an account on Facebook for the most part, except for me for those few years. So it is a really good place to get started and to show up on. Instagram, again, long-term, most commonly known across the biz realm. Of course, so many of us, every single person in this group has an Instagram account. I honestly, I don't know anyone that doesn't have one that owns a business that I can think of at least. With Instagram, you do need to keep adjusting. More curated plus edited. I put a question mark beside this. We're going to chat about this more specifically in the little Instagram bit, because things are fucking changing on Instagram. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's annoying as fuck. I have hated Instagram for the last little bit. I'm slowly swaying. I'm going to talk about this more in the Instagram portion and tell a little bit more about my strategy, because I do think it is going in a good direction now. But in the past, it has been that super curated, need to be on there fucking, you need to dedicate your life and your soul and your firstborn fucking child to Instagram. This is slowly changing. Maybe it's my mindset, a little bit of the platform, how I'm viewing it. We'll get into that a little bit lower. TikTok, fast, easy, quick to die, like just great for fast content. Really, really, really amazing opportunity for reach, going viral, things like that. Clubhouse, fresh, new, everyone's talking about it. The exclusive side of it is you have to be brought into Clubhouse. I am going to be touching base on Clubhouse. This is something it might be better to touch in with Erin on, because this is something that I am not going near. I don't want to. It's not part of my strategy. We'll talk about this more below, but it's not something I've really touched base on. I did do a bit of research for this, but I know Erin has been showing up on Clubhouse. So if you have any specific questions, she may be able to assist a bit more than me. Pinterest. Literally, like Google for creative shit. Creative businesses, how to make a salad in a freaking jar, the whole Pinterest mom. It's out there. It's amazing. We love it. Amazing, amazing, amazing opportunity for reach. As well as like from being a free marketing tool. I'm going to talk a lot on Pinterest. I have in the past done, within the first couple months of the membership, I did do a whole training on Pinterest. We do have some new people in here. So if you want a fresh new training on Pinterest, please let me know, and Erin and I can work that in, or I can do it as a bonus training, because I will fucking chat all day about Pinterest. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. LinkedIn. Purely business, like Facebook. I say professionals in air quotes, because when I think of who's on LinkedIn, I'm pretty sure Erin uses this. I know a lot of copywriters that use it. Copywriters, graphic designers, brand strategists, and more into like the business coach side of things. I see this less being like a visually creative and more being like a mentally and strategic creative side. I hope that makes sense. YouTube, the OG. Big following equals big fucking money. Great opportunity to monetize. Definitely a little bit more effort and work, because these are going to be like your longer videos. Generally, you're not going to see a lot of videos on YouTube that are less than like 20 minutes. There is a lot of like blog style things going on. Last but not least, Twitter, old school, a lot of advertising and connecting. I personally, I think I had a Twitter account for like 6.5 minutes when I was in high school. I don't use it at all. I did go on Twitter to do some just like research and things. I also had a client that was asking me about Twitter. I was shook. Twitter is like a freaking porn site. Has anyone been on Twitter recently? It's all OnlyFans. It's all people promoting their freaking OnlyFans. That being said, Kendall Ray, Erin and I fucking love her. She's amazing. She and her husband, they've got a podcast called Mile Higher. I know Kendall is really big on Twitter. She does she connects with a lot of people. She does a true crime YouTube channel as well. She connects with a lot of people that tell her which cases to talk about and cover on her true crime series. So I know for podcasters and YouTubers, it's massive. But then, of course, we've got people like Trump who used to be on it. Like, for me, it would not be beneficial to my business. If you have a podcast or a YouTube channel or things like that, this could be a game changer. Nick, Erin, and I have been talking about Twitter and YouTube just to bring in for the future. Not so much in terms of SSI somewhat, but like really in terms of living in vans and RVs and traveling and like the digital nomad working on the road kind of vibe, because there's a little bit of a niche market opportunity there. It's something that we're going to explore. Again, if you've got more questions on these, check back in with us, or we'll check back in with you in a few months once we've gone down those roads. So scrolling down here, you guys have heard me just comment on some of those socials and what I use for my business. Personally, I can go through this quickly. Facebook, I've got a Facebook business page and a Facebook group, Digital Nomad Society. We all know I'm on Instagram, Traveled by Trade. TikTok, I have the Traveled by Trade handle. Clubhouse, I am not fucking with. Pinterest, yes, rich pins are freaking key. I get so many people going to my website from Pinterest, and it's all free. It's absolute fucking insanity. LinkedIn, I have a page. I don't use it. I went hard on LinkedIn like a year ago. It did absolutely nothing for my business. It just stressed me out. I stopped using it. YouTube, I do not have a YouTube. I go on YouTube and listen to true crime podcasts and documentaries while I'm working. I just love them, but I don't have my own. I would love to one day. Twitter, as I said, used it in high school for like a second. Don't use it anymore. So when we are going through and thinking about what to use for your business and your strategy, I put a few points on here. What do you enjoy more of? Talking, writing, doing videos, taking photos. Going into that, editing. Do you like editing videos, or do you like editing photos more? It's a huge, huge, huge thing. I personally, I fucking hate editing video. I just don't like it. A year and a half now, got hired on to be kind of like a videographer, photographer, thingamajigger, whatever, at a business conference for a friend of a friend in Byron Bay. I had to take a bunch of the video. The other photographer that was there, their camera did not take video. Mine does. I have a Canon 70D. Takes video. She then asked me to turn the video into the different clips of videos, just like into this like montage of things with the music behind it. I cried so many times. I hated it. It was the worst week of my life. I literally had to I had to have a drink beside me to get me to do it, because I just did not enjoy it at all. And I knew it was a really good opportunity for me. I was really just starting out my business, and I did get some jobs and like some income and connections and clients and stuff from that. So I'm happy I did it, but I just really don't like it. Which is why if I ever start a YouTube channel, like I'm gonna have to pay someone to edit that for me, because I really don't like it. So yeah, editing is a whole separate realm of that in the what you enjoy doing. So yes, I can run around and take a bunch of videos. I am slowly getting into TikTok. It's a whole different aspect from like that proper YouTube hour-long. Reels are fast. TikTok's fast. It's quick. You've got a minute. In, done, out, post. That's it. YouTube, there's so much. Do you want to be more curated or sporadic? This is a huge one. Do you want to be game planning long-term, having things set up really, really far in advance? Or do you want to be more like, here's my phone, this is what I'm doing, what's up, hey, hi, hello? That's really going to come into play with these different platforms. And are you thinking long game, or do you want a chance of, like, for quick growth? Do you want to go viral quickly? Do you need a little bit of a boost in your business? This is really big around if you've launched. Through this, we are talking all organic marketing strategies. We are not talking paid ads for anything. So when I say long game, I'm saying things like Instagram, for example, Facebook groups. Those are long game. You can see I've got it just underneath here. So long game, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Can be both Instagram and YouTube, because we've all seen people start an Instagram or a YouTube account and they fucking blink, go to sleep, wake up, and they're boom, just nuts. Fast, more sporadic, bigger chance to go quick. Pinterest. I had a pin go viral. I kid you not. It was people, if you listen to my Pinterest training, the first one from months ago, if you were in the group then, you would have heard this. I had a color palette Pinterest pin. I made up this like mock color palette, and I kid you not, 5 minutes. Put it on Pinterest. Everyone freaking loved it. This thing had like 800,000 impressions. It's had like thousands of views and shares. I had hundreds of people click on this and land on my website because of just this one thing. I skyrocketed in like less than 6 months from not using my Pinterest at all in a business sense and hadn't been on it in ages to 1.6 monthly viewers. It's insane. It's insane. We all know people can go viral on TikTok. The only reason I put Clubhouse on this, not to say if you get on Clubhouse, it's going to grow any of your other socials, but it's fresh, it's new, it's got the exclusive point to it. A lot of people are on it. A lot of people, they love new. They want to test it out. People are knowing how fast people grew and how much money they're making off TikTok because they jumped on the bandwagon really early. I'm going to use another example. It may be bad, but OnlyFans. Think about all the people that jumped on OnlyFans when it first started. And now it's a saturated market. It's not that saturated. If you pose yourself differently, of course, you're still going to like get big and make a ton of money. But it's fresh and new, and everyone's going to jump on that bandwagon right away, which means they don't know if it's going to last forever. They don't know if it's going to be a fad. And this is where Clubhouse, like, everyone doesn't really know yet. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my incense because it fell off and it's burning my window ledge. Biggest quote, I started it twice, I italicized it, I bolded it underneath. Do not be a jack of all the socials and a master of none. Jack of all trades. Thank you for that reference. Do not be the jack of all socials. Do not try and jump on and start all of these socials and run all the damn things. You are going to burn out. You're going to get confused. You're going to lack creativity. You need to stand true and learn who you and your brand are and how you're going to show up on 1 to 2, maybe 3 at most socials, and then start branching out from there.